Okay, this is what I'm going to do. This box on the bottom is about 9 inches tall, 8 3/4 tall. Okay, I talked to my mother, and her chairs and this whole thing from the ground up is about 23 inches up here. She's having a hard time when she gets out of bed. If she's sitting here, she's afraid she might slide down like that, and if she does that, and if there's nobody here, she's going to have a hard time getting up off the ground. She could do this business and get up like that, but she's concerned that she could have an accident here when nobody's around, so she wants to have the bed lowered. Okay, so right now, like I say, it was 23, but actually if I've got it like that, it's about 22 1/4 inches tall. I measured her chair in the kitchen is 19 and a half. Her desk chair is 18 and 3/4, something like that. And so that would be lowering down a few inches anyway. So I looked at the box, and the box is actually 8 and a half. And like I say, I've got some a 2x6 and I got 3/4 inch plywood. So the 2x6 is 5 and a half inches tall, and the plywood's 3/4 of an inch. So that's 6 1/4, and this is 8 and a half. So that's 2 1/4 inches approximately that I would be lowering this box. Do you see what I mean? I'd be lowering that down 2 1/4 inches, and that's probably as low as I want her to go. Obviously I can't make it any higher than that, but she doesn't really know what she wants either. So first things first, I'm going to put the 2x6, and see, the 2x6 is just going to be a rail on the side here that fits right in the metal track on both sides, and then I'm going to cut the plywood and screw it down to that and set it all down in there in one go. There's not going to be anything underneath the plywood, and like I say, if anything, I might put a couple legs in the middle of the plywood from there down to the carpet and give it some strength. But that is 3/4 inch heavy duty actual plywood. If it was wafer board material, like roofing wafer board material, that could have a tendency to bow more so than the plywood. And because this is just a small bed, I might not have to do anything at all, because the mattress, you know, is like 8 inches tall as it is, and I think overall it's going to give enough flex for me not to have to put anything underneath there. Okay, so that's my plan. And then once I get all done, if after a few weeks my mother says, well, man, I wish it was just a hair higher, because now it's so low that I'm having a hard time pushing up on it. I don't think she will, but if she wanted it up higher, let's say she wanted it higher by 3/4 of an inch, what do you think I would do? I would take the 3/4 inch plywood, the remnants of the plywood, because this is not a 4x8 sheet of plywood now, it's going to be less than that, I believe. Ooh, I think, good grief. I'm gonna have to rethink this, because this is more than 4 feet wide, Mother. I thought a piece of plywood would be fine. Okay, but I do have a strip of plywood, so I'm gonna have to be creative here and figure something out. And I think I know what I'll do. But in any case, if I need to raise that up, I could take a remnant piece of plywood, cut it 1.5 inches wide, screw it to the bottom of the 2x6, raise it up off the 2x6, and that kind of stuff. So see, once I do it, her fitted sheet, really, actually, it might be a long enough fitted sheet to go down, you know, like that, and cover the side. But you can get bigger, deep pocketed fitted sheets, and that would actually cover and go all the way down. And she could do something like that with to cover up the raw 2x6, or I could take some black paint and just paint the side of the 2x6 and have it black, because that's what this box is. It's black, you know. But overall, I think deep pocketed fitted sheets, or something where you have a sham and you fit it on top of the box, and then it hangs over. Have you seen those? They have those at the store too. All right, so enough of that. It's time for me to get busy. If you know Video Joe by now, you know I always seem to figure out a way to make things work. And I could have bet my life that a 4-foot wide piece of plywood was wide enough for a full-sized bed, but I'm wrong. It was like 53 inches. And so here's what I'm going to do. I just happen to have a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, you know, 8 feet long again. See, right there. And I'm gonna rip whatever the distance I need, 5.5, 5 3/4, whatever it is. I'll get the box out here and I'll measure it exactly. And then I'm gonna put a seam in the bed, and I'm going to use this. When I picked up the extra plywood, I had 2 pieces of 2x6 that I picked up, and I had this little piece here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put that right where the seam is, and I'm going to screw that together, you know. And so there'll be a seam, and I'll put that on the opposite side of the bed, the side where Mother doesn't get in and out. There's not going to be much weight on it at all. And then worst case scenario, because to avoid any flex in the plywood. Now mind you, if I put that all together and just left it with no legs underneath the middle of the bed, I don't think anything's going to happen, because it would take you, it's virtually impossible for you to lay on that bed and to break that in half. Do you see what I mean? Could it slightly bow over many months? Yes, it could slightly bow, even with the mattress on top. So to alleviate that, I'm going to look at the 2x6s. I believe I'm going to have enough 2x6 material left here, I'm hoping, to where I can cut 1 or 2 legs. If I have enough for 2 legs, I put 1 in the middle. Boom, kaboom. You know, whatever height is, it's not going to be very tall. It might be 10 inches, 11 inches, 12 inches, something like that. And then I would have 2 legs underneath the bed and put that down. You'll see, it's going to work. Come dimes to donuts. I don't know why I say that, but I say that sometimes. I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna make it work to where I'm saving my mother, I'm gonna guess $275, maybe even more, depending how much a smaller box would cost. Because trust me, the smaller boxes probably cost more than the standard boxes, if you know what I'm saying here. Okay, and even with the smaller box, it then still has to cover that whole distance and be a smaller box, and it's not as strong, and there's not much underneath that bed frame to hold it all together. Okay, and so I think overall this is just the way I'm going to do it and save my mother some money. So I think, hey, that's what most of my YouTube channel videos are all about anyways. How to save money around the house on your DIY how-to projects and repairs. DIY for beginners. And if I show you something, that means that if I can do it, you can do it. I'm not going to show you anything on my YouTube channel that I think you can't do. Please remember that. So if you see a video that I do, take it from Video Joe. I think you can do it too. I'm giving you 2 stars, 2 thumbs up, that I have that much confidence in you, even though I don't know you from Adam. Okay? But I feel that just with a little bit of knowledge and know-how and a few bits and pieces of tools, you can do things around your house too. And for me to prove it to you, I've got over 400 DIY how-to videos on my YouTube channel. Go to my main YouTube channel page, click on playlists, And believe it or not, I put all of my YouTube videos in playlists under different categories. So I probably have 50, if you click on playlists, I may have 50 different DIY topic categories that I put my stuff under. So if you see where my electrical is, then you know all the electrical stuff that I've done is in that playlist. All the ceiling fan videos that I've ever done is underneath ceiling fan. All the plumbing videos that I've done have everything having to do with plumbing and so forth and so on. This one here, what am I going to put this under? Probably honeydew list. Honeydew list is probably what this project's going to be under. And check it out. And find the videos that you want on my channel. The easiest way is to go to those playlists, okay? Because I have so many videos. There's no way you're going to find all my videos on my channel unless you go to my main channel page. And if you want to sit there and watch every single one, press on home, and it will probably play every single video in order of the last one that I've uploaded. If you've got, you know, I don't know how many hours worth of videos that is. That's probably 4 or 5 days worth, or a week's worth, or 10 days worth of just chow downing your popcorn in your bed and hot chocolate in your coffee. And you want to do a big old long sequence of just watching Video Joe. Hey, you can do that too. But what I can also tell you is the more you watch, the more you learn. That's just how it works.